Hey, what's going on YouTube? It's Mr. Crypto Vet coming at you guys with a brand new opportunity follow-up to a previous project that I did a video on last week, and it's called The Teachable Tech via Cappmore FX as the copy trader. And before I get into today's video, I just want to remind you guys that I am not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice. This is just for education and entertainment purposes only. Just sharing my personal journey that I'm going through with you guys here on YouTube. If you like the content, make sure you like the video, comment, and hit that subscribe button. Hit that little bell notification to be notified each and every time I drop new content to the channel. All right. And without further ado, we're going to roll right into this. I did a recording actually last week with Ajay, the head trader and the founder of the Teachable Tech, all the way from India, and Sahil as well, who was my introducer to this opportunity, and he is our interpreter to go back and forth between us. Ajay can speak a bit of English, but it's just broken English, so it's just better that we do the translation in between. So I just want to let you guys know this is a couple days old. That's why you might hear me say, oh yeah, I just dropped the video yesterday. That's the reason why we're waiting on a couple of updates to happen to the website. The UI just got a whole complete revamp. And another thing, if you are outside of India, it's best to use a VPN currently that is connected to India. I use Proton VPN myself personally, and that's going to allow you the fastest access to be able to get started with this broker. I have steps in a private Telegram group. Be sure to reach out to me if you want access to this opportunity and this private Telegram group that's got step-by-step instructions on how to get started with this copy trader. But without further ado, we're just going to roll right into the video. All right. Hey, what's going on, YouTube? It's Mr. Crypto Vet coming at you guys with an exclusive interview here with some very, very interesting people and some very important people in the space who I'm about to introduce you to. For those of you guys who aren't familiar with me, I'm Mr. Crypto Vet. I've been in the crypto space now going on ever since 2019. And I've been going around and just sharing my journey on this YouTube channel of what I've been doing, how I've been diversifying in the field. And this is one of my newest adventures that I've just discovered here with Sahil. We've recently worked on a couple projects starting at the beginning of this year. One of them didn't quite go as we planned. We're sick and tired of people getting rug pulled with all these different hype projects out there. He came to me almost 2 months ago now with introducing this opportunity, and I was so discouraged. I kind of just brushed it to the side. But with all the due diligence that he has presented me with, I decided to go ahead and give it a shot. Everything looks absolutely phenomenal based off of what we can see so far. We're also here with a special guest, Ajay, who is actually the head trader for this opportunity. And we're going to go ahead and I'm going to pass it over to Sahil so he could introduce himself.
Hi guys, my name is Sahil Deshmukh, originally from India, but I live in UK since last 15 years, and I've been into crypto slash networking space for nearly 2.5, 3 years now. And as Nicholas just mentioned, we have been in a few projects together. We have won some, we have lost maybe far too many, actually, more than what we have won. So we were quite disappointed and quite kind of fed up with all the scams that were happening. And luckily, touch wood, I came across this opportunity from Mr. Ajay Arya. One of my friends in India introduced it to me about 3 months ago. That's when I decided to have a look into it. And when I did my due diligence in detail and got to know his operations, I was gobsmacked at how come this opportunity is not known in the networking space outside India. Because in India, this has been going on for quite a few number of years, and hardly it's like a hidden giant, if I put it that way. So I've got Mr. Ajay Arya, who is the head trader here. I'll pass over to him for his introduction. Just to let you know, Mr. Ajay Arya, his official language is Hindi. He can speak a bit of broken English. So the interview that Nicholas will conduct now, when he answers, he may answer in his local language, and I'll act as his translator of whatever he speaks. So Ajay,
Thanks.
over to you for introduction.
Thank you so much, Mr. Sohail. My name is Ajay Arya. I am from India. एंड मैं ट्रेडिंग लास्ट 8 ईयर से कर रहा हूँ। स्टार्टअप मेरा क्रिप्टो से हुआ, फ्यूचर ट्रेड में हमने ट्रेड किया, फिर इंडियन स्टॉक मार्केट निफ्टीज एंड अभी जो करंट में हम फॉरेक्स को कर रहे हैं, फॉरेक्स को हम काफी टाइम से कर रहे हैं और एक ऐसी कम्युनिटी बिल्ड कर रहे हैं जिसके अंदर हम फॉरेक्स और फाइनेंशियल मार्केट में एक पॉजिटिविटी क्रिएट करना चाहते हैं कि ये मार्केट भी हमें बहुत अच्छा इनकम दे सकती है। इसके साथ-साथ हम हमारी एकेडमीज रन कर रहे हैं जिसके अंदर हमारा प्रायोरिटी वर्क है, लोगों को एजुकेट करना है फाइनेंशियल मार्केट के अंदर कि इस मार्केट में हमें पोजीशन कैसे लेना है और किस पॉइंट पे हमें एंट्री करना है और किस प्राइस पे हमें एग्जिट करना है। तो इस बेसिक्स प्राइस के अंदर हम लोगों को इंट्रोड्यूस कर रहे हैं इस मार्केट के बारे में और एक ऐसी कम्युनिटी को जनरेट करना चाहते हैं जो अपना फाइनेंशियल फ्रीडम को फील कर सके।
Thank you, Ajay. So just translating of what Ajay mentioned, he has been trading for nearly 8 years plus. He started off his journey trading on crypto futures before moving to Forex. And he has been offering this copy trading service for a good number of years. And aside from trading, he's also runs a trading academy under the name of the Teachable Tech brand in India. The Teachable Tech has got 33 trading centers right now in India. And the main aim of this trading academy is to impart the trading skills to people so that they become financially independent and they don't have to depend on somebody else to make money for them, basically. So that's what Mr. Ajay just mentioned when he was introducing himself.
Amazing, amazing. That is absolutely phenomenal. Great introduction. So without further ado, I know a lot of people in the space. This is brand new to them. And so I'm just going to ask some basic questions to you, Ajay, to help ease some of the folks' minds who may have some questions and don't quite have access to you like I do. And so we're just going to hop right into some questions. You kind of already answered one of the first ones that I had about how long you've been in the space. So we know you've been in the space for 8 years. And how long has the Teachable Tech been around? What is the process there, and what is the success rate of your students that go through the course? Tell us a little bit about that.
तो अजय वो पूछ रहे हैं कि टीचेबल टेक कितने साल से चल रहा है और आपका सक्सेस रेशियो क्या है स्टूडेंट्स का जो वहाँ पे ट्रेन लेके ट्रेडिंग करना शुरू करते हैं खुद से।
हाँ, कम्युनिटी के साथ जो द टीचेबल टेक का इंट्रोडक्शन हुआ वो 2019 से हमने इसको स्टार्टअप किया था। फर्स्ट जो हमारा एकेडमी था वो हमारे होम टाउन से हमने स्टार्टअप करके अभी तक हम 33 एकेडमीज हम ओपन कर चुके हैं और हम बहुत ही बेसिक जो नॉलेज है वो स्टूडेंट्स के साथ शेयर करते हैं। इसके अंदर ट्रेडिंग के अंदर आपको भी पता होगा काफी स्ट्रेटजीज के साथ ट्रेड किया जाता है, अलग-अलग मैथमेटिक्स इसमें यूज किए जाते हैं ट्रेडिंग करने के लिए। लेकिन हम जितने भी हमारा 8 साल के एक्सपीरियंस में हमें जितने भी सरल तरीके से ट्रेड को कैसे हम प्रॉफिटेबल कर सकते हैं उसके को ही हम स्टूडेंट के साथ इंट्रोड्यूस करते हैं। जैसे ब्रेकआउट का एंट्री बहुत अच्छा रहता है प्रॉफिट करने के लिए। एक लिमिटेड टाइम फ्रेम के अंदर हम ट्रेड करना सिखाते हैं। शॉर्ट टर्म ट्रेड को हम करना सिखाते हैं जिसके अंदर लॉसेस के चांसेस बहुत कम रहते हैं और प्रॉफिट का सक्सेस रेशियो बहुत अच्छा रहता है। अभी की अगर हम करंट की अगर बात करें तो करंट में हमारी एकेडमी के अंदर करीबन 8000 से प्लस स्टूडेंट अभी रनिंग के अंदर बैचेस चल रहे हैं। मोर देन 50,000 स्टूडेंट से ज्यादा हम इसको पास आउट कर चुके और लगभग 80% से ज्यादा स्टूडेंट ऐसे हैं जो लास्ट 2 ईयर से उनके अकाउंट्स हैं जो वो प्रॉफिटेबल मतलब ट्रेड कर रहे हैं।
Okay. So just to translate what Ajay mentioned, the Teachable Tech has been running since 2019. He opened his first training center in his hometown in Rajasthan before expanding to different cities in India. And as of today, there are about 33 training centers in India. Ajay also advised that obviously we all know that in trading there are different multiple strategies that one can use to make profits, whether scalping or whether you talk about swing trades, or when we talk about different indicators. But based upon his trading experience that he has accumulated over this past so many years, he narrows down on a few specific strategies that he focuses on to impart those learning skills to the students. And Ajay, did you mention 2000, sorry, 8,000, right, Ajay, currently? So currently there are 8,000 students who are running taking the classes in Teachable Tech as we speak today across
Oh,
the
wow. That's a big
centers.
number.
50,000 students have already taken the courses in the past up till to date. and out of which 80% of them are running their own live trading accounts after finishing their courses, basically.
Wow. Wow, that is incredible. Those are some really big numbers. So he's obviously making a very high impact there. And to have such a high success rate of people running their own accounts, that's absolutely phenomenal. So running a little bit back towards the actual copy trading side of things, from what I remember on our conversation the other day, you have 6 traders on your team who do the copy trading. What is your, correct me if I'm wrong, is it 6 or more than 6? And what is your strategy for selecting those traders who you handpick on your team?
तो अजय ही वो पूछ रहे कि आप आई थिंक आपके पास जो आपने मुझसे कहा था आपके पास 6 ट्रेडर्स है जो आपके साथ काम करते हैं कॉपी ट्रेड पे तो और वो आपका सिलेक्शन स्ट्रेटेजी क्या होता है कि आप उन ट्रेडर्स को कैसे चुने बेसिकली आपके लिए काम करने के लिए
हमारे पास जो टोटल ट्रेडर्स की टीम है वो 22 ट्रेडर्स हैं जिसके अंदर कुछ लोग टेक्निकल एनालाइज करते हैं, कुछ फंडामेंटली न्यूज के ऊपर उसको एनालाइज करते हैं एंड कुछ हमारे पास टीम के मेंबर्स हैं जो रिपोर्ट रेडी करते हैं उनके एनालाइज के ऊपर एंड हम 6 ट्रेडर ऐसे हैं जो डे एंड नाइट शिफ्ट के अंदर ट्रेड को एक्शन के अंदर लेते हैं। ठीक है, तो हमारे प्रॉफिट का रेशो इसलिए ज्यादा है कि ये ट्रेडिंग किसी एक पर्सन के ऊपर डिपेंड नहीं है, इसके लिए एक अलग से टीम है जो प्रॉपर तरीके से एक टाइम फ्रेम के अंदर एक रिपोर्ट चार्ट रेडी करती है जिसके ऊपर हम ट्रेड लेते हैं। और इनका सिलेक्शन की अगर मैं बात करूं तो इनका सिलेक्शन मार्केट से नहीं किया गया, ये वो लोग हैं जो हम काफी साल से एक साथ हैं और हमने सीखा भी साथ है और मार्केट के अंदर एक साथ वर्क कर रहे हैं। क्योंकि आपको पता है कि ट्रेडर को सैलरी पे नहीं रखा जा सकता कभी भी, तो हम एक एज ए फ्रेंडली बिहेव के साथ हमने एक टीम बनाई और एक कम्युनिटी को हम रन कर रहे हैं।
So what Ajay is saying is he actually has got a team of 22 traders working with him, of which some, they basically some focus on the technical analysis, some focus on the fundamentals, and they accordingly prepare a report. And there are 6 traders who monitor the market 24 hours a day, 5 days a week, including Ajay himself. And they run shifts basically. So based upon the technical/fundamental analysis and the report they make and the charts that they see while monitoring, a combination of that, they then decide to take the trades based upon the confirmations they discuss amongst themselves. Coming to the selection criteria, they have not selected traders as such from the market as such. These 22 traders are the people who Ajay have worked very, very closely with. In fact, he learned Forex alongside them in this past
इसमें
month.
कुछ ऐसे लोग भी थे जो हमारे स्टूडेंट थे जिनका अच्छा प्रैक्टिस था और अच्छे प्रॉफिट रेशो थे जो हमारे साथ इस टीम के अंदर है।
And some of these traders are actually students who learned from Ajay as part from his training course. And because they were so good, Ajay decided to bring them on board as part of the team, basically.
Oh, awesome. That's great. So it sounds like there's some chemistry there. Definitely. And if somebody needs to take some time off or for vacation, what have you, things are going to be covered. And another great thing that I noticed, I put in my other video, you don't even take a trade on some days. If an opportunity doesn't present itself, you'll just stay out of the market, as well as the holidays. Maybe it's a red folder news event. So that's the appropriate risk that I like to see as a trader myself, which kind of is going to lead into my next question of, are you able to share what your risk management policy or procedure is, and how do you protect the capital that we have as investors?
So Ajay पूछ रहे हैं कि आपकी risk management policy क्या होती है when you take a trade, and how do you protect the capital of investors when you undertake a trade?
I think म्यूट है, हाँ म्यूट नहीं। रिस्क के अंदर सर हम जो पहले हमारा स्ट्रेटजी था उसके अंदर हम 10% कैपिटल का रिस्क रिवार्ड रेशो के अंदर रखते थे कि हमारा अगर ड्रॉ डाउन 10% तक 10% ही हम रिस्क लेते थे। उसके अंदर हमने उसको 2 पार्ट में डिवाइड किया हुआ था कि फर्स्ट अगर हमारा 5% तक का ऑफ कैपिटल अगर हमारा ड्रॉ डाउन जाता है तो हम 50% डिडक्शन बंद कर देते थे और बाद में उसको रिकवर करना स्टार्ट कर देते थे। अगर वो 10% तक चला जाता है तो उसके बाद हम ट्रेड बंद करके जो प्रॉफिट हमने पहले क्लाइंट से ले लिया है उसे हम रिफंड कर देते थे या हमारी पर्सनल ट्रेड से उसको रिफंड कर देते थे। इसके अंदर आज तक ऐसा कभी हुआ नहीं है। बहुत कपल ऑफ चांस रहते हैं कि हमारा ड्रॉ डाउन है जो 2% से भी नीचे जाता है, ठीक है? और इसके बाद हमने जब स्कैल्पिंग को स्टार्ट किया, स्कैल्पिंग के अंदर हमने हमारी रिस्क रिवार्ड रेशियो की स्ट्रेटजी को चेंज किया। उसके अंदर हमने 5% हाईएस्ट ड्रॉ डाउन लिया, क्योंकि स्कैल्पिंग के अंदर बड़ा लॉस नहीं हम ना तो बुक करते हैं, ना ही बड़ा प्रॉफिट बुक करते हैं। तो उसके अंदर भी हमने फर्स्ट हमारा स्टॉप लॉस है जो 0.75 का रखा। सेकंड स्टॉप लॉस, अगर सेकंड ट्रेड के अंदर भी हमारा स्टॉप लॉस हिट होता है 1% का रखा। थर्ड स्टॉप लॉस अगर हमारा हिट होता है तो 1.25%। ऐसे करके हमने 5% को डिवाइड किया। अगर हमारा 5% में से 70% हमारा ड्रॉ डाउन जाता है तो हम हमारा 50% डिडक्शन बंद करते हैं और उसको हम थ्रू ट्रेड रिकवर करने की कोशिश करते हैं। अगर उससे भी रिकवर नहीं होता है तो हम उसमें रीडिपॉजिट करते हैं थ्रू कॉपी ट्रेड सॉफ्टवेयर।
ये समझाना बहुत मुश्किल है, आप बहुत फास्ट बोल रहे हैं। I'll try to explain. So
Okay.
what Ajay was saying was, I think initially when he started trading, he started with a 10% drawdown target when he was not doing you were not doing scalping, Ajay, then, right? You were doing more long trades at that time.
That time, no. Yes.
Yeah. So at that time it was a 10% drawdown, but after a few years he changed his strategy to scalping. He normally scalps nowadays on a 1 minute time frame. So
Fair enough.
now his risk management, he only targets up to maximum 5% drawdown of the capital.
Okay.
And based upon that, if the drawdown goes to 5%, he closes that 50% deduction basically, and to take a loss. And then his target is to cover that loss in the next working day in the trade. And if he doesn't recover that loss, then obviously he refunds that loss back to the investors because he's already made profits from us in the preceding weeks, if that makes sense.
फर्स्ट स्टॉप लॉस हमारा ट्रेड का 0.75% का रहता है, इंक्लूड स्प्रेड।
Okay,
सेकंड स्टॉप लॉस हमारा
the first stop loss is 0.75%, the second is 1.25%, correct?
1%, third 1.25%, and
Yeah.
third 1.5%.
Got you. Okay.
Okay. That's clear enough. Yeah, that's amazing. And you know, a really good way to help preserve capital. It's good that you have a strategy. You were able to rattle that off like that. So it's not something that's being made up or anything like that on the spot. And that kind of segues into another question that I had a little further on, but we can jump to it. Although you have that policy in place as far as recovering the capital, it's been a while. I know you're a really, really great trader. It's been a while since you've had to actually utilize that recovery. So tell the folks out there, when's the last time you've actually had to dip into your own capital to recover those funds from a losing trade day?
तो वो पूछ रहे हैं कि लास्ट टाइम आपको कब रिफंड देना पड़ा था?
करीबन 9 to 10 मंथ।
और वो सिचुएशन क्या थी बेसिकली?
सिचुएशन वो टेक्निकल एरर की वजह से, मेटाकोड की कोई टेक्निकल एरर थी जिसके अंदर हमारा एक प्रोवाइडर है, करीबन 9%, 9.5% शायद ड्रॉ डाउन चला गया था। उसमें 5% हमने रिकवर किया एंड 4% हमने रिटर्न किया।
So basically, it was due to some technical error from MetaCodes that resulted in a 9.5% loss. So he recovered the 5% profit the next day, and the remaining 4% he gave the refund back to the investors. Why? And the
उस
refund
टाइम के
happens
अंदर स्टॉप
automatically.
लॉस हिट नहीं हुए थे। उस टाइम में मेटाकोड की प्रॉब्लम की वजह से एलपी के अंदर कोई ग्लिच था जिसके अंदर स्टॉप लॉस हिट नहीं हुए थे, और उस ग्लिच के कारण काफी फंडिंग अकाउंट्स थे जो वो काफी मतलब लॉस में चले गए थे। लेकिन उस टाइम में हमारी सेकंड ट्रेड हेजिंग ट्रेड थी जिसकी वजह से हमारा जो है लॉस वो 9%, 9.5% तक रह गया था। वो हमने करीबन 24 आवर्स में 5% रिकवर किया एंड 4% हमने रिटर्न किया।
Okay. So the issue was mainly to do with a technical error, and it's not because the trade hit a stop loss, but it was more to do with a technical error. But because there was a hedging trade in place, fortunately, the loss only went to 9 to 9.5% max at that time. And I think, Ajay, that time you were not doing scalping also, if I'm not wrong.
नहीं, उस टाइम स्कैल्पिंग नहीं करते थे हम।
Yeah, correct.
इंट्राडे था उस टाइम।
Intraday, yeah. At that time it was intraday also. So the trades were open for a long time. Nowadays, when Ajay does scalping, the chances of loss is pretty much very, very, very minimal, because if you observe his trading, he literally opens the trade and closes it within 60 seconds. Not even that, to be honest.
Wow, that's really good. And I mean, 9 to 10 months, that is a huge time frame. So, you know, rest assured to the people out there, this is a very, very solid project. They know what they're doing. They know how to trade and protect our capital. Everything is here in black and white for you guys to see. We have an exclusive and private Telegram where you can actually see your own the due diligence for yourself. If that's something that you're interested in, reach out to me. And as long as you get a part of our team, I'll be more than happy to share that information with you. But on to my next question here. Overall, I know you've been doing the copy trading for about 3 years. How many members do you have copy trading, and what is the amount of capital that you have under your management?
So total capital अभी आप कितना ट्रेड कर रहे हो, कितने मेंबर्स है अजय?
48,000 प्लस मेंबर्स हैं हमारे कॉपी ट्रेड के अंदर और मोर देन 130 मिलियन प्लस कैपिटल होगा। ये अंदाजा है, एक कोई वो नहीं है, राइट रेशो नहीं है।
Approximately 130 million trading capital as of today, and over 48,000 plus customers on copy trading.
That's huge. That's a really big number. So it sounds like no matter what size capital, the strategy is going to remain the same. So rest assured, he's ready for us to come in with the influx of cash. All you guys who are ready to have your accounts managed, let's bring in those 6 and 7 figure accounts to have these guys really take care of you. So is there a way for members who want to get involved in a prop firm challenge or like a funded account challenge? Is there a way for them to be able to copy your trades onto their prop firm account, if that makes sense?
तो वो पूछ रहे कि अगर किसी को प्रॉप फंड चैलेंज करना हो जैसे एफटीएम हो, क्या वो आपके ट्रेड्स कॉपी कर सकते हैं क्या?
कर सकते हैं, कोई ट्रांसपेरेंट है, ये हिडन नहीं है कुछ भी। अगर मान लीजिए उनका कोई अकाउंट हमारे साथ अटैच है और वो 24 आवर्स उसको वॉच कर रहे हैं, ठीक है, तो वो हमारे अकाउंट्स को कॉपी कर सकते हैं अपने दूसरे किसी ब्रोकर में। इसके लिए हमने कभी वो भी नहीं रखा, फाउंडेशन भी नहीं है, तो एनीबॉडी कैन।
हाँ, लेकिन वो अपने प्रॉप फर्म के अकाउंट को आपके साथ अटैच नहीं कर सकते डायरेक्ट।
अटैच नहीं कर सकते, वो वॉच करके मैनुअल ट्रेड कर सकते हैं किसी अदर प्लेटफॉर्म पे।
So basically what he's saying, you cannot attach a prop fund account to the copy provider, but obviously the trades are transparent. So if somebody wants to monitor their account 24/7 or monitors Ajay's trades, they could just copy the accounts. But based on my experience, by the time you see a trade and you go to the other account even if you attempt to copy, his trade is gone.
Gotcha. That's fair enough. Yeah, I know it was just a question somebody had on the last video that I posted, so I wanted to ask to get that answer. And now that we know that the trades happen so quick, it may not be beneficial or advantageous to have that as a service. So my next question is, what are you typically trading in a day? Is it more forex pairs, gold, indices? What's your go-to?
It's gold mainly.
Gold?
Yeah.
Okay. Gold is very popular.
You want to add anything more than that on top of it?
Yes, sir.
आप ट्रेडिंग में गोल्ड के अलावा कुछ और करते हो?
ट्रेडिंग के अंदर नहीं, अभी फिलहाल गोल्ड या गोल्ड में पीएचडी की हुई है सर।
So, all right. My next question is about the actual broker who you guys are using, Cappmore. Cappmore FX is a new name to a lot of people here in the United States, in particular. So it's not one that, like I said, not something that we're too familiar with. So we're going to get adjusted to that. I have seen plenty of proof and transparency in the due diligence Telegram channels where, we can see these trades getting executed daily. We are seeing deposits and withdrawals happen in a relatively quick amount of time. But what gives you the confidence, someone who's in India, the confidence to go with that broker in particular?
So he's asking Ajay, what आपको Cappmore FX में इतना confidence क्यों है?
सर काफी टाइम से इसको यूज कर रहे हैं हम। और सेकंड थिंग इसमें
यूज कर रहे हैं आप Cappmore को?
लास्ट 4 ईयर।
ओके।
और सेकंड, इसमें मैनिपुलेशन नहीं होता कभी भी। आप अगर कभी भी देखेंगे तो इसके जितने भी करेंसी पेयर्स हैं या फिर कमोडिटी मार्केट के पेयर हैं या फिर वो क्रूड ऑयल के पेयर हैं, वो जितने भी पेयर्स का उनका जो रनिंग ग्राफ चार्ट है वो investing.com का जो साइट का जो ग्राफ चार्ट है उसके साथ बिल्कुल सेम ही एज इट इज चलता है। मतलब इसके अंदर इनकी तरफ से कोई भी मैनिपुलेशन नहीं किया जाता। जो रियल वर्ल्ड का मार्केट है, एलपी बैंक का मार्केट है, वो ही इनके चार्ट के अंदर शो किया जाता है। सेकंड सबसे बड़ी थिंग इसके अंदर कि इसके अंदर कभी भी स्प्रेड को उस लेवल पे मैनिपुलेशन नहीं किया जाता जिसके अंदर स्टॉप लॉस हिट होने के चांसेस ज्यादा रहते हैं। तो ये दो बड़े मेजर रीजंस हैं इसके साथ काम करने के। थर्ड वन इसका जो एंट्री एंड एग्जिट है हमारे पोर्टफोलियो का, काफी बड़े बड़े ब्रोकर्स के अंदर हमारा डिपॉजिट चार्जेस एंड विड्रॉल चार्जेस होता है, जिसके अंदर कि मान लीजिए काफी बार ऐसा होता है कि हम अगर ट्रायल के लिए एंट्री लेते हैं डिपॉजिट की और विड्रॉल करते हैं तो हमारे कैपिटल में से उतना नहीं मिल पाता। तो इसमें स्वैप चार्जेस एंड कमीशन चार्जेस हैं जो वो बिल्कुल जीरो है। आप एक करेंसी को दूसरी करेंसी में 0% कमीशन के ऊपर स्वैप कर सकते हैं, क्योंकि इंटरनेशनल मार्केट में स्वैप चार्ज के नाम का कोई भी वर्ड का मीनिंग नहीं है। हाँ, ब्रोकरेज का है जो इसे हम स्प्रेड बोलते हैं। तो ये ब्रोकर एक लिमिटेड ब्रोकरेज के ऊपर काम करता है और आपको सर्विस प्रोवाइड करता है। तो लास्ट 4 ईयर से मैं इसको देख रहा हूँ, आज तक इसमें कोई भी मैनिपुलेशन और कोई भी ऐसे चेंजेस नहीं किए गए जिसके अंदर सेल्फ ट्रेडर को लॉस हो।
So what Ajay is saying is the a couple of reasons why he chose Cappmore, why has fully confidence in them. Number one, and the most important one, according to Ajay's expertise, the broker does not have any sort of manipulation in trades. For example, if you look at the broker's MT5, the charts of brokers charts on MT5, and you compare it with investing.com, the graphs, they both are exactly same to same. So that gives a clear indication that the broker is not manipulating any currency pairs themselves. The other thing is the broker does not add unnecessary additional margin in spreads, which can result in potential stop losses as well, basically. The third point is the broker does not charge any swap or any commissions on deposit or withdrawals, basically, which some of the regulated brokers do charge as well, which we know as well, right? But
That's
here the
true.
broker doesn't charge. So
सबसे बड़ा इसका प्लस पॉइंट ये है, जो नॉन पर्सन होते हैं उनको पता होता है, इसके अंदर एक स्टॉप आउट लेवल होता है। कैपमोर एफएक्स का स्टॉप आउट लेवल है जो वो 0% है। मतलब आपका $10,000 का अकाउंट है और आपकी ट्रेड अगर जब तक $10,000 माइनस नहीं जाती तो आपका अकाउंट वॉश आउट नहीं होगा, आपका मार्जिन लेवल खत्म नहीं होगा। इसी के मुकाबले अगर आप दूसरे ब्रोकर्स के साथ काम करते हैं, जैसे अपन एक्स ब्रोकर कोई भी है, अगर उसका नाम नहीं लेंगे अपन, उसके अंदर अगर काम करेंगे, आपका 10,000 का अकाउंट है वो 8,000 के ऊपर ही वॉश होगा। मतलब उसमें स्टॉप आउट लेवल को 200% तक बढ़ा के रखा जाता है। तो जिससे क्या है कि उतनी इक्विटी होने के बाद भी ये अकाउंट वॉश आउट होते हैं। तो कैपमोर एफएक्स के अंदर आप देखोगे तो अकाउंट माइनस के अंदर तब तक ट्रेड ऑटोमेटिक क्लोज नहीं होती जब तक आपका मार्जिन लेवल स्टॉप आउट लेवल के बराबर नहीं आता।
So what he's saying is another key thing to, and this only the technical people who understand forex trading would know, is the stop out level. So what a stop out level is, for example, if a capital is $10,000 in an account in Capmore, unless and until your account does not go to the drawdown level of $10,000, the margin call will not happen. Basically, the trades will keep continuing, and you would be given the option to recover even from that up until $10,000. Some other brokers, if you go, if you have a $10,000 account, the stop out level sometimes is $7,000, $8,000. You're right. So if you hit the drawdown at $7,000, $8,000, your entire account is blown up. Basically, your entire account is washed up. So this is another good thing about this particular broker, that they offer zero stop out level, basically. So which means you can trade up until the very last penny that you have deposited your capital for.
Wow. That's great. That's great. Okay. So, yeah, I mean, definitely all these things are very reassuring to me. Doing my due diligence, especially after some of these projects that we've experienced in 2022 and even a couple here at the beginning of 23, we want to put our capital into a platform, something that we can trust, and something that's very transparent. It seems like Ajay and you are very, very transparent in sharing all the due diligence, all the details, all the trading. People can go in and see the trades for themselves, like you mentioned. So everything seems to be here. We're at the right place at the right time. People can make great, great passive income here. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, there's a 50-50 split for the copy trading service, and out of that 50-50 split, people are expected to see a minimum of about 8 to 10% a month. Am I correct in saying that?
Correct.
Okay,
There's a net
great.
take for investors. And don't forget, that's for passive investors.
Right.
And people, if they wish to refer others, the broker offers 5-level IBs. And I had done a separate Zoom on this particular project, which I've recorded, which I've shared in the group as well, which you can share with your people who join under you, where I've explained the project in detail and explained the IBs, how people can make goods in IBs. In fact, yesterday only Ajay shared an IB. Ajay, maybe you may be able to do a screen share now, and maybe you could show some of the accounts,
Yes.
how much people are making in IB.
Oh,
One
that's
person
awesome.
made over $500,000 in IB, which Ajay showed me yesterday. So Ajay, let me make you the host, and you could share your screen. Bear with me. Yes, Ajay, you're the host now.
This is the real deal, guys, live and in person. Wasn't even expecting a screen share. This is awesome.
One of account I have, Mr. This one, Muhammad Ismail. Today no transaction. Last week he got आप ये देखेंगे ना सर, per transaction COMM, it's a commission.
Yeah.
$0.02, $0.03, $0.10, $0.50.
So these are all the
are
IB
IB
commissions.
commissions.
These are all the IB commission that you look at. The best part about this particular opportunity as well is the IB commissions get deposited directly into your MT5 trading account. Usually some brokers don't pay the IB commissions in the trading account. They deposit in your back wallet, in your back office, where you can withdraw. But here you get deposited in your trading account, which means it helps
Last week,
Get compounded,
33,000.
correct?
Sorry?
Yeah, that means that the IB commissions are automatically going to be compounded with the
Correct.
trading balance, correct?
Correct.
Wow, that's great.
Yeah.
Okay.
So last week, the actual deposit 33,219 is actually not a deposit made, but the IB commissions earned by this person just in 1 week.
Last month,
Wow. That's crazy.
200,000 in 1 month.
and last 3 months, 3,64,000.
Holy.
Golly.
And this from 1 month, $5,83,000 IB commission.
And can you just hold on, Ajay? Can you see there? So he made $583,000 since March 20. Since how many months did you say, Ajay?
January to till date.
January 2023, right?
Yes.
Right. And if you look there, Nicholas, below the withdrawal, 571. So over 500,000 withdrawn, right? Now, this is another evidence that the broker, has absolutely no problems in paying big money withdrawals.
That's right. That's
and
amazing.
second account, Afreen Fatima, this one.
I'll just share the
$9,000.
accounts with me as well later, yeah? So I could share it in the official groups.
Okay. He's made in last week $50,000.
Wow.
Ooh.
And withdrawal $59,000 with a trade profit. And last month $132,000 and withdrawal $127,000. And last 3 months he made 3,48,000 and withdrawal 3,45,000.
So these where it says balance, all of those are just the small individual IB commissions per person. And I mean, I assume that thing is going to scroll down forever if you scroll.
Correct.
Okay.
Yes.
Wow. That's incredible.
Can you see the balance?
Within
Can you see the balance commission? The first line, 635,765. That's the account number of your downline, kind of a thing.
Oh, wow. Okay. Wow. That's fantastic. Man, imagine just scrolling through, seeing all that blue.
IB commission within a 5 month, sir.
Yeah.
$4,56,000 and
Wow.
withdrawal hai with profit, trade profit for like $65,000.
This is 5 months of IB commissions, $450,000.
Wow. And for the people who may not be familiar with IB commissions or necessarily how that works, would you be able to give, Sahil, would you be able to give a quick overview of exactly how IB works and how this differs from like your traditional high direct deposit commission?
Yeah, so in IB, now I've done a detailed zoom on that. So as
Right.
when you get people coming under you, you can
Mhm.
just get them to watch your entire recording. So 1 hour recording and they'll get entire information. But just to keep in brief,
Right.
uh, IBs are normally offered, which IB stands for introducing broker, right? And this is a commission offered by the broker, not by the trader, not by Ajay, but by the broker. And IBs are common in Forex. Literally every broker offers IB commissions. In this particular opportunity, this particular broker, Cappmore, is offering 5 levels of IB. So that means if I refer you, Nicholas, that you're my level 1, then it's
Right.
people who come into you, they become a level 2, stuff like that, right? And what all I would say is people really underestimate the
This
amount
is a
of
live trade,
commission.
sir. I
So
will
you're doing a
try.
live trade?
I will try for scalping.
Okay, I'm just gonna keep shut and let Ajay do a live trade.
Oh, wow. Nice.
I'll come back to IB shortly. So Ajay is doing a live trade now.
This is the real deal, you guys, live and in person. Who knows? It could be a win, it could be a loss, but we're about to
So
find
Ajay, while
out.
this trade is going on, can you maybe explain a bit of why you took this trade?
No, this is a breakout, a short time breakout.
Short-term breakout.
50-50 chances.
Look at that. Looks like we're on a gold pair on the 5-minute time frame chart. He's saying it looks like a breakout potentially here.
Are you doing on a copy provider or your personal account, Ajay?
Personal account, sir. Personal.
Like he said, this is a personal. We're not going to go into the copy trade, just impromptu off of the Zoom. But you know, who knows what's going to happen? This is interesting.
50-50 ये क्या ब्रेकआउट है इसका एक
Yeah.
ठीक है उस ब्रेकआउट पे मैंने ट्रेड लिया है 50-50 चांसेस हैं मतलब डिफाइन करना थोड़ा मुश्किल था ये तो लाइव जूम चल रहा है तो मैंने ले लिया
Okay.
इसमें शॉर्ट टाइम में अपन प्रॉफिट बुक कर सकते हैं अपना
Okay. So while this trade is going on, I'll just quickly explain the IB side of things. People
Okay.
really underestimate the amount of commissions they could make in IBs. On paper, it will look very negligible or too slow. But as Ajay has clearly demonstrated now in a couple of accounts that we have seen, it actually works more lucrative than a traditional crypto MLM stuff that we have all seen before and the other networkers are still promoting, if that makes sense. And the best part about it is you don't need a very high volume to attain those sort of commissions that we have seen in some of the accounts that Ajay has shown before. How exactly the IB works, based upon the lot sizes and stuff, etc. I've done a detailed explanation in that Zoom recording. So when people sign up under you, Nicholas, the best thing for them to do is watch that Zoom recording in full, then they will get a full detailed understanding of how IBs would work and how they could make those earnings top up on top of the ROI, basically.
Gotcha. Yeah, and I was explaining in the video that I did yesterday. It's more beneficial in my personal opinion, to earn commissions off of an IB instead of like a one-time deal, because you're going to get paid each and every time a trade is taken,
Exactly.
which can turn out to be much more lucrative, as we've just seen here in the overview and the interview.
And there are two things I'd like to also add to that, what you just mentioned. Ajay has been doing this for nearly 4 or 5 years now, right? That
Right.
imagine just in India. He's just expanding outside India. This gig is just getting known outside India. So imagine and he's got a proper setup in India, right? It's a proper brick and mortar business. So I can easily see this business lasting for good 8-10 years, even more than that. So once you set up your team, you are set for your commissions for that many years, if that makes sense, right? It's like and every time a trade happens, even though the trade ends up in a loss, you still make commission on that. So it's not the case that you end up with only in a profit and only then you make commission. Even if you end up with a loss-making trade, the broker will still pay IB on those trades because the lot sizes have been taken.
That's true. That's a good point. So
Yeah.
win or lose, you're still making IBs, but as we've demonstrated, there's a chart that'll actually show you previous month's profit for the day percentage wise, and you can see it's been consistent. I haven't seen any, I think one losing day from last month, it was 0.01%,
Yeah.
which is not necessarily that big of a deal at all. But if you can imagine all those other, every single other day has been a winning day, and getting the IB commissions off of that, the more you have in group volume, obviously the more you're going to make in commission. So that just means you should go out there and share this opportunity. Everybody has access to an IB link once you get started with this opportunity. So I encourage people to go out there and share that. And I didn't say this at the beginning of the interview, but I'm not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice. This is just for education and entertainment purposes only. So take that with what you think, grain of salt. And yeah, this has been really neat.
Yeah. And just to advise people when they're watching this, usually the trades don't stay open for this long. But because Ajay took an impromptu trade just to do, because we are on live Zoom, he did an impromptu trade. That's why it's taking, he's just waiting to turn
We
into.
made today profit, please check,
Look at
$600.
that. Wow, look at that. And just like that, $600 added to what I'm assuming is a live account. It looks like it would be a live account to me. But yeah, that's fantastic. He did that. Although we weren't in and out, that was definitely less than
ट्रेड
like
लेने
4
का
minutes
रीजन
or so?
बताता हूँ सर, ट्रेड लेने का रीजन
Yeah,
बताता हूँ.
yeah, yeah.
57 का इसका ब्रेकआउट था, इसका
Yeah, so
डब्ल्यू पैटर्न का.
So there was a breakout
ठीक
at
है.
57 with W pattern.
यस, तो हमने मतलब 10 पिप्स का टारगेट लेके इसमें ट्रेड किया था हाई लॉट के ऊपर, तो हमें $600 प्रॉफिट हुआ.
Okay. So he took a breakout because the W pattern was making a breakout. He decided to take a buy trade basically, and that's why he made that profit.
Nice. Wow, I'm really excited. You guys have no idea. That is phenomenal. So
I kept telling you, buddy. I kept telling you since 2 months. You have to look into this.
yeah. I see why for sure. So we're gonna wrap this up here so we can edit it and get it out to the people. But thank you so much, Sahil. Thank you so much, Ajay, for coming on and sharing your information with my community. And we're going to get this out there to as many people as we can. Get that IB link. If you're interested in joining this opportunity, I'm going to leave my IB link in the description of this video under the Cappmore FX opportunity link on how to get started. So be sure to click on that. If you're in the United States, you do need a VPN to get started with this. There's plenty of free VPNs out there. If you need help with that, reach out to me directly on Telegram, and I can walk you through how to get registered. If you're outside of the US, basically any other location, I think Canada still has a little bit of a restriction where you have to use a VPN. You just feel free to register as normal. And yeah, let's deposit a whole bunch of money into this thing.